What's up guys, just tuning in. We're about to make some custom Big 3 kits. May show the custom amp kits going out today here in a little bit. I figured we got so many going out that we might as well record some of them. But give me just a second and see if I can get the comments section pulled up from this. I've went ahead and prepared everything here, so there's not going to be time cutting wire and stuff like that, so I'll just be able to make them, talk about them, go from there. And bear with me, I'm seeing if I can pull up the chat on the computer screen, so if anybody has any questions, you know, if you need to know what size battery goes in your car or anything like that, how much battery power do you need per wattage in North Star power or whatnot, I'll be able to answer those for you. Okay, let's see. I think I got it pulled up. Okay, so we'll see if that works. But all right, so what's up everybody? Thank you for tuning in. We're about to make a couple of custom GP Pure Copper Big 3 kits. One gentleman ordered one with the 6-foot length power wire, then the 2 4-foot grounds, and then somebody else ordered the standard kit, which is 3 4-foot lengths. And this is using our GP Pure Copper OFHC cable, made in the USA. It is dual jacketed for added safety. And this wire is SAE certified. You'll see this in Department of Transportation vehicles and many more. So anyways, let's get this started. Get the first one rolling here. So yeah, this is the 6-footer right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pre-hydraulic crimp with a 16-ton crimper the lugs onto this, giving it a nice cold weld and a perfect connection. We, as a standard, just crimp one end so you can cut to length and then go from there. But if you ever do want both ends crimped on these, just leave it in your order notes and we can crimp both ends on here for you. That's no problem. To the lugs, these are UL listed pure copper lugs made in the USA. So I always like to tell people the pride we take in making these kits. I always line up the lettering so that everything looks nice and perfect. And then we'll get this in our 16-ton hydraulic crimper and I'll show you the cold weld. And that one is ready to roll. Now we just need to heat shrink it. If you are not familiar with the Big 3 kit, the Big 3 kit is what essentially opens up the floodgates in your vehicle's electrical system. So that's going to consist of a power run from your alternator power stud to your positive terminal on your underhood battery, a negative run from your engine to the negative terminal on your underhood battery, and a negative run to your chassis back to the negative on your underhood battery. What this does is essentially opens up the floodgates for your electrical flow. So let's say you don't have the Big 3, for example, and you're running a 1200 watt amp, stock alternator, no rear battery, but you got 1-aught and a 1-aught ground, but you still have not upgraded the Big 3 yet. Basically, here's what happens. Your stock battery with your stock ground, which is typically like a 4 or an 8 gauge wire, is going to bottleneck your electrical flow and your vehicle's ability to allow your amplifier to flow the most current. So that being said, if you are running a lot of power or trying to and you don't have the big 3 done, you are going to bottleneck your electrical flow entirely and miss out on a lot of what you're spending your money on. The standard big 3 kits we have on sale for $60 shipped. It's the best price you'll ever see for a pure copper big 3 kit, pre-made for you, 60 bucks shipped. And this is OFHC copper. It is the highest grade of copper we can possibly get. It is a grade above OFC. So all right, we're getting to this last wire here. As far as the jacket, it's a PVC jacket, and it is PVC on the outside, and then the inner part of the jacket is reinforced with ceramic, so it makes it very abrasion resistant. With GP audio and a high-end electrical that we offer, safety is always our #1 priority, so we have the safest wire you can get right here, being that it's dual jacketed. And again, made in the USA in the highest grade form of copper. Our 1/0 is rated at 350 amps at a length of 25 feet, which is beast. It's a cold weld. Okay. In the background, I've got some goodies out here. Those are your GP24 terminals for the Northstar 220 and the Northstar 80. There's your GP52s for the SMS AGM 480. We also got, you know, a nice Northstar under hood battery in the background here, AGM 35, and then the recently released GP 12V 150A DOT approved lithium LiPo 4 battery. Okay, get this kit all wrapped up here. While you guys are tuned in, we'll do a little bit of a demonstration on this lithium over here. I don't know if you guys can see how that says 0 volts on that multimeter there, but I'll explain that here in just a few minutes. Let me get this guy's kit done real quick, zip tied and wrapped up. So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything, throw them down in the comments. I'm not seeing anything show up on the computer. That probably means that they're just not showing up. So if I miss your question, I'll just come back in after the video's over and I'll go through and answer anybody's questions that they have. So yeah, shoot, why don't you post what you're running? What are you guys running? Post them in the comments section. But yeah, so anyways, big 3, very, very key and vital to your system's performance. Bear with me a second here while I get these zip ties clipped. Okay, so there's your big 3 kit right there. And then it also includes the 3 extra lugs and shrink. Again, we can pre-terminate those for you if you'd like, but most people like to cut to length once they get their kit. We also offer trunk big 3 kits. So vehicles that have just a trunk starting battery and no underhood battery, we do have the proper pre-made big 3 kits for those vehicles so that you can get the most out of your setup. Those include multiple fuses, and of course our longer lengths of wires. Okay, George McKnight, your big 3 kit's getting ready to go. All right, so now we got another one here. Same color combo, except they wanted the shrinks opposite. I'm gonna do a little refresh on this computer and see if I can see if anyone's commented or anything like that, if I could answer anyone's questions. It's just not showing up for me, so I apologize if you've asked a question and haven't gotten a reply yet. In between here, let's look over at this lithium battery. This is actually a prototype right there. The completed product is done. They're just in production right now. Our new lithium is the GP12V150A. It's a 150 amp hour LiPo4 lithium battery, extremely powerful, packed with safety features. It does have a BMS that controls absolutely everything: low voltage protect, high voltage protect, thermal protect, under the circumstance of catastrophic failure, fire suppression system. It is years ahead of any other lithiums out, and the actual cells on this are a thin plate LiPo4 technology. It's like a cassette style, robotically put together and placed in the battery. Very, very far advanced and very powerful lithium battery right here. So check out the voltage. A lot of people ask what the buttons on top of the battery are for. That's on, off, reset, and etc. So basically, while you're wiring up your stereo, you have no hot going to the battery right now. And then once you get everything in place and are ready to play, you turn it on, and then boom, now you got your voltage. And then whenever you're done, turn it back off. So anyways, back to the Big 3 kits. If you're just now tuning in, the Big 3 is a vital necessity to enhancing and getting your system's full performance. If you don't have the Big 3 done, your ears will love you once you do get it done, because there is easy and simple gains just from adding the Big 3 kit if you do not already have one. So what we do is we take our SAE certified pure copper GP Audio America wire, dual jacketed for added safety. We hydraulic crimp with a 16-ton crimper the UL listed pure copper lugs onto the wire. And then this is given what you call a cold weld. So now we are cold welded. And then this individual wanted red wire, black shrink, black wire, red shrink, which always seems to look like a cool color combination here. So we'll get this heat shrinked on here. Oh, this heat gun's about to go. We go through a lot of heat guns. This thing pretty much runs non-stop every day. And from what we've figured out is that it doesn't matter how much money you spend on a heat gun, they're gonna all crap out the same way in close to the same amount of time. So that's why we just keep them on deck and just go through them. When that one burns out, just throw it in the trash. You move on to the next one. Okay, so the wire that we just did here, this is gonna be your Big 3 power. So this is going to go from your alternator power stud to your positive on your battery terminal under the hood. That is going to allow more current to flow. Now, without more heavier duty and upgraded grounds, you're only going to be able to flow so much current. So now we're going to get to the grounds. The first ground that we are doing here is going to be well, it could be either one. They're both the same length, but your engine to negative on the underhood battery. So basically your engine block ground. Now the easiest way to do an engine block ground is to literally just ground it to an alternator mounting bolt. So the bolt that bolts your alternator to the engine, you can just undo one of those and then ground right off that. That always is very successful and very simple and helps keep you from having to sit there and stare at your motor for an hour trying to figure out where you're gonna do it at. We're gonna get this one crimped up. All right, cold welded, ready to roll. Again, this guy wanted red on black, black on red, so gonna have that color combo. Maybe this heat gun will burn up on the live stream. They throw some sparks when they do, most of the time. Okay, then we're getting to the next ground here. And then this is the standard kit. It's 3 4-foot links. Follow the link in the description. 3 4-foot links for $60 shipped. So the best pure copper Big 3 pricing out for a Big 3 kit. The purest grade of copper and the safest jacket. And again, our 1-aught will flow 350 amps at 25 feet. Because we are using very high grade copper, shop and compare. And as always, like most of our entire product line, made in the USA, SAE certified. Society of Automotive Engineers certified wire for marine and automotive use. That's the other thing about having the purest form of copper, is you do not need to tin extremely pure copper because it naturally resists corrosion on its own. We'll get this heat shrink real quick here. Yep, this heat gun is on its last leg. Okay, so this would be your battery negative to chassis. Gonna check, see if anyone's had any questions. I don't know if my computer's gonna cooperate very well here. It's loading extremely slow. What kind of amp would you use running 2 massive 12s? Let's see. You know, it's going to depend on the model. Are they 2-inch coil, 2.5-inch coil, 3-inch coil? More information on the submodels, and then we can properly suggest the right direction for you there. Oh yeah, Tony Billups. Yeah, you can still definitely flex without the Big 3. But when you add the Big 3, you will hear a very, very nice difference. I mean, we did a Big 3 in Impala. The guy was doing a 141. Gosh, what was he doing? He was doing a 141.0, was the best he had ever had in the lanes, etc. And then after the Big 3, he immediately gained 1.5 dB, which is a significant gain, and is definitely audible by far. Okay, so now we're gonna get this all wrapped up for the customer here. Give a shout out to who this is going out to real quick. Everything's, my computer's just being so slow. Come on. But yeah, we ship all these out priority USPS, so they arrive to you in a timely fashion. Yeah, it looks like my computer's gonna be dumb. But so anyways, guys, I will come back and you know, check out people's questions and be answering those a little bit later. I've got several very elaborate wiring kits I've got to do. I've got 3 more stage 2 kits next in line here. Follow the link in the description. You'll see what the stage 2 kits are. It's basically almost 50 feet of pre-prepped wire for a very large amp kit. They're suggested for, you know, anywhere from 2 to 6,000 watts on those stage 2 kits, and they come with absolutely everything that you need to be sure that your setup is wired up perfectly and properly on the first try. So here we go with the big 3 kit here. We pre-hydraulic crimp one end of each wire, and then you get your extra lugs and heat shrink. We can crimp both ends if needed. Just let us know in the comments on your order. And anyways, guys, if you run into any other questions, be sure and let us know. Dual inputs, we got them on sale. You buy 2, you get them for 40 bucks for both of them. Regular $23 each. Buy a pair, you get 6 bucks off total. Buy a pair of dual inputs, so you'll get 2 pairs for 40 bucks. But yeah, guys, if you have any other questions, be sure to let us know. Hit up gpcaraudio.com for all of your elite car audio needs, whether it be the best in electrical, B2 audio. We do have American bass as well, and the release of the new most advanced lithium out. Stay tuned for more, guys. Thank you for watching.